Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato.
And I'm a Wookiee.
And this is the lore video for Force Unleashed 2.
Yes.
It's going to go down to extras. It's going to go to not cinematics. It's going to go
You're
to
a
the
hairy
databank.
fucker, ain't you?
Yes, I am. And I'm going to start us off with the Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper, Cody, Imperial Battalion Commander, Operational Log, excerpt. Since the Empire has redirected the Clone Trooper program to other pursuits and stepped up recruiting inferior humans from the Outer Rim, the operational effectiveness of this army has declined significantly. The Stormtroopers in my own battalion are expendable buffoons.
Yes! This is very accurate. You know what? I didn't think that we were going to learn anything new about Stormtroopers, but I'm learning a lot more than I thought I would.
They have neither common sense nor sense of their own surroundings. Just today, I witnessed a new recruit hit his head on a blast door during maneuvers. Blasted idiots! What a disgrace to the heritage and legacy of a once truly incredible fighting force. As one of the last clones in service today, few others can share in my disdain for these men. I'd sacrifice an entire platoon of new Stormtrooper recruits for just one real clone trooper. If the clone template was still alive, I think he'd kill them all himself. That'd be Jango Fett.
Yeah. The higher-ups hate the Stormtroopers as much as, like, the enemy does.
Your turn.
Just want them to die.
Your turn. ATST.
Okay, I'm gonna have to read this thing. Okay, ATST. Annual Imperial Military Technology. Update intercepted. The design was field tested and found to be quite effective in the Clone Wars. Unfortunately, there
the Clone Wars have.
Yes. Unfortunately, there persists a continued culture of resistance to its usage, as well as an unwarranted opinion among the general population that it is prone to falling, or is in some way structurally deficient. Structurally deficient, yes. But the statistics speak for themselves. For every man that has laughed at the uncanny appearance, a dozen more have fallen to its guns or been crushed beneath its feet.
Or, in our case, we've killed like 20 of them in this game,
yeah,
I think.
Exactly. And then a Star Killer comes along.
Carbonite War Droid!
Or a bunch of Ewoks.
Yum knob! So we got the Carbonite War Droid.
Yeah.
That
looks cool.
Imperial Atrocities and Other Noble Pursuits by Chengming Dai, military historian. Dissatisfied with the answers of the village elder, the Imperial officer moved his stormtroopers to the perimeter and activated the droids. Utterly implacable, the huge machines raised their weapons toward the collected civilians and sprayed them with jets of glistening steam.
Ooh, dangerous. Oh, the hot steam death. The worst of many deaths.
The cries of protest died immediately, even before the vapors cleared, leaving a collection of frozen statues.
Yeah, so even before the smoke clears, you know you're dead.
That had once been normal village folk. The droids had rampaged through the village. No living thing survived. Now you get the long one.
Okay, great. Ooh, Vader. Okay. Darth Vader. Hello, this is Darth Vader.
Personal correspondence.
Yeah, personal correspondence of Lieutenant Hermes Piet.
Admiral Piet. That guy.
Piet. Okay. Intercepted. I know I should be pleased at my recent promotion, but given that many of my superiors have been mercilessly choked to death by the invisible act of Lord Vader, I remain only cautiously optimistic. God damn it, he's scared for his life. Lord Vader's obsession with the rebels grow each day, and his secret project on Camino is drawing vast resources from the Imperial fleet. Get everything together. He's doing something, and it's real bad. Already we have lost an Imperial Star Destroyer and several of the new terror units. Terror units?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
They just straight up call them terror units.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Most recently, Lord Vader executed several officers in assembly because of their failure to prevent the escape of his most prized test subject.
That's us.
Yeah. So
As I
yeah,
rise in
as a rise, as a rise in rank, I come closer to Lord Vader and his utter lack of tolerance for failure. With any luck, my request to be transferred to the Coruscant, Coruscant Defense Fleet. I need that transfer for Coruscant. Will be will be approved before I am granted any more promotions. I need that transfer to Coruscant so I can save my life.
Imperial dropship. Imperial enlisted trooper personnel correspondence intercepted. We had been defending that hill for 3 months. On a good day, the rebels would just take pot shots from the tree line. On a not so good day, we would be fighting hand to hand in the trenches. It was desperate, we were down to 1 clip each, and had no heavy support. The medical station was a gangrene stinking cave. We were eating the lice that were eating us.
Oh god.
Then it came. Explosions. We thought it was the rebels. Concussions shook the ground. We ran for cover. HJ-37 went mad, ran out towards the tree line, firing until all his rifle did was make clicking noises. But it wasn't the rebels. The blasts were coming from space. Streaks of green turbo laser. The tree line erupted in fire. The rebels screamed and burned. I've seen some impressive things as a stormtrooper of the Empire. I've seen Star Destroyers tear apart a battle cruiser with just tractor beams. I've seen command ships so big they take 3 days to walk from end to end. I even saw Lord Vader once.
Oh.
But I think the greatest thing I ever saw was those squat little dropships flying out of a binary sunset loaded with reinforcements, ammunition, medical droids, and food. You get the gonk droid.
Oh, that's wonderful. Declaration of self-determination. Gonk. 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 Gonk.
I love how they bothered. Okay.
I'm gonna fucking piss myself.
Sith training droids.
Oh, cool.
Lead cloning facility technicians logged Timira City cloning facility. Entry 24. Curious, one of the more stable test subjects began weapons training today. A training droid shorted out and wouldn't project the training program. He was having no problem cutting down all the other droids who appeared to be living human beings, but refused to attack the damaged droid. Flat out refused. Instead, he smiled at the droid and then starting mumbling over and over, proxy, proxy, proxy. I suppose he must have been aware that these people were all just training droids, proxies for the real thing. Unfortunately, while the droid's holo projector was non-functional, its combat training was working just fine, and it gave the test subject a magnificent beating.
Huh.
I doubt the subject will make that mistake again.
Starts shorting out and then just beats the shit out of him.
Here you go, Ride Trooper.
Oh, cool. The oath of obedience taken up on graduation from the Imperial Academy of Yinkor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear the secret oath that I shall render unconditional obedience to Emperor Palpatine, to exercise every power in service to the Galactic Emperor, and shall whensoever I ask. Bless you. I am asked to prepare.
Be prepared.
Yeah, as a loyal servant to surrender my life for its oath.
For this oath. Next we got the Jump Trooper. Imperial Atrocities and Other Noble Pursuits by Cheng-Ming D, military historian. It is said that for over 10,000 years the ancient citadel of Ebon Maul has never fallen before an invader. It took one night and a single company of Imperial Jump Troopers to wipe away that particular distinction. The attack did not come from from the ground, it came from above. Just before dawn, a stratospheric freighter released 85 of the prototype jump troopers, who floated serenely and unnoticed down to the citadel. They hit the communications towers first, then the rear ammo dumps, the fuel supplies, and finally the hangars. To prevent any escape in each instance, In each instance, by the time the defenders responded, the jump troopers, with a roar from their jetpacks, would take to the air. The high walls of that proud stone bastion meant nothing. It took 85 men less than an hour to bring so much chaos and disarray to Ebenmal that the defenders, over 3,000 rebels, surrendered.
Because they have fucking jetpacks! Oh yeah, were the other ones before like Sith monks or something? Like they had like staffs and shit. Right?
What, these guys?
Yeah, these guys.
Oh, Imperial Guards.
Yeah. Are they like supposed to be like monk-ish?
No, not those ones.
Okay.
We'll get to those. You take the TIE Fighter.
Okay. Eyewitness reports of Lieutenant Blair, sole survivor of the Battle of Slaughter?
Slaughter.
Slaughter?
Slaughter. Who cares? Space
Slaughter.
word. Space word.
Slaughter. I'm going to pronounce that Slaughter. Because it's spelled like slot machine.
Yes.
The sky was full of them. As they descended upon us, I wonder if our men on the ground would think that's great fools, or just fools.
Just fools.
Yeah. Our ancient craft were no match for those Imperial TIE fighters. As they engaged us, the sky became a hail of searing green light. Ooh. Explosions.
Surrounded
me. Darkness imprisoning me. It was shocking. Yeah, it was so shocking. I forgot to fire my weapon. So he was gonna piss himself.
Yeah.
As they shot past, I heard shrieking of
the shriek of
the shriek of their engines, and my fighter shuddered in their wake. Only two of us. Yeah, only two of us survived that initial pass. Then they broke into tight packs and came back to finish us off. My wingman was obliterated.
You can be my wingman anytime.
Of course, so I can get obliterated. Then that same green fire exploded outside my cockpit, and my pilot's instinct finally took over. I rolled, dove for the ground, and flew into a certain fire.
Into a curtain.
A curtain of fire. Yeah, a curtain of fire. The automated ejection activated. It was the only chance of survival I ever really had. It took 2 minutes. It took 2 minutes. That was the Battle of Soul.
Star Killer, epitaph of the unknown Jedi. With the Force as his ally, he did battle with the Dark Lord, and he showed the measure of a true Jedi at a place called the Death Star, where hope for the galaxy was reborn.
And then Saruman gave Frodo the ring.
May all who struggle against tyranny hold his memory in their hearts.
That was a very small epitaph.
Yep, here you go, TIE Advanced. Unless you'd like me to take this one, it's very long.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
TIE Advanced. Taed Augustus, Director of Sinar Marketing Relations, on presenting the prototype TIE Advanced to Darth Vader. This is actually Darth Vader's personal TIE fighter.
Yeah, it's the one that he uses in the movie. Yeah. It looks like it.
If Lord Vader will grant me a few moments to say some words, may I express that it is with great honor and privilege that the Sinar Fleet Systems Marketing Relations team is able to present you, our glorious Dark Master, with our latest triumph, built to your specifications and, we hope, exceeding even your own demanding expectations. The first thing you will notice is that it is equipped with a hyperdrive. Unusual in a vessel of this size, allowing Darth, if I may call you Darth,
he's a fucking car salesman!
Excuse me.
Wait, now you have to continue reading it like a car salesman.
Excuse me, to bring swift justice to the enemies of the glorious empire. Utilizing a brand new space frame, the bent wings allow for more efficient power production. As this layout
he's choking him as he's giving it.
harnesses greater amounts. I beg Darth's pardon. Pardon me, I seem to having trouble breathing. Some water, please. I love it.
He's just fucking giving him this whole spiel. He fucking chokes him to death.
Here's a Sith monkey.
I like how the only social interactions available with Darth Vader are I'm going to bitch you out or I'm going to choke you to death.
Read the Sith Acolyte.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, maintenance log, Tamara City Cloning Facility.
Yep.
Sith Acolytes.
Yeah.
Oh, those are cool. Report 7791, 84. Another accident today, and again another mystery. How is it possible that that a reinforced catwalk can break free, twist about itself, and smash into the ground with enough force to leave a dent in the door's steel floor, deep enough for a man to stand in?
It isn't possible.
It's these holes are too accurate for sand people.
I ran the test.
Ran the test. Ran the test. It doesn't add up. If it fell naturally, the weight of the catwalk shouldn't have even scratched it. And why, whenever these things happen, are those creepy students of the Accolade program are always around? I wonder why.
Report
779, yeah, CF9. Another accident, heavy air quotes. And this time 3 men were lost.
Yay.
Ooh, good. Now we have casualties.
Yay!
Seems an energy substation malfunctioned and fried the whole work team.
Lovely.
I saw them. They were cooked though. Yeah, they were cooked through. Like fucking chickens. Thing is that the the area isn't fully wired. It's not getting enough juice to boil an egg. I know we're not meant to ask what goes on here, but something's wrong. Report 7791, JN5. I put in for a transfer today, hopefully to Coruscant.
Yeah.
Last night I was working on the
No, Coruscant's not a good idea.
What?
That's where Palpatine lives. And the Emperor is not as forgiving as I am. So
last night, I was working on the hangar force fields. I knocked my toolbox over and dropped in
Hydrospanner.
Yeah, dropped in a hydrospanner
to the floor.
Yeah. I started to reach for it when I noticed someone standing right behind me. Oh no, it's Mr. T. It was one of those damned creepy students. It was somehow it felt more natural to say it instead of he.
It made a gesture.
It made a gesture. And the spanner lifted off the ground and drifted straight to my hand. That isn't even the worst of it. Its eyes were red, then it smiled and walked away. Oh my god.
The Nemesis gunship. That was a hard fight. The Inspector General Moff Rebus's report to the Imperial Department of Military Research excerpt. I am pleased to report that the Cygnus Spaceworks Nemesis-class gunship exceeded all expectations during its first field test against the rebel stronghold on Ptolemy. Both the Hellcaster cannon and the concussion missiles were highly effective in, respectively, an anti-personnel and anti-armor capacity, and the gunship returned to base with only minor damage. I'm also pleased to report an unexpected side effect of the Nemesis jet drive stream, IMC-3PO, human-cyborg relations. During certain maneuvers, the jets produced a turbulent backwash of superheated air which creates an immensely loud, high-pitched shrieking sound. We noted this sound to have a devastating effect on the morale of enemy combatants and observed whole squads abandoning their weapons and fleeing in sheer terror. However, while the Nemesis is an extremely effective weapons platform, perfectly suited to the roles of close air support and civilian pacification, it may simply be too exotic for widespread service. Its use of angled jet drives rather than common repulsors requires specially trained pilots, and the Hellcaster cannon uses heavy elements that make ammunition expensive.
Trained pirates.
Yarr! Heavy elements that make ammunition expensive and difficult to produce. Consequently, the Nemesis is likely to be seen only within the private force of particularly wealthy moths and governors. Gio's just left. Scout Trooper, transmission from the 439th Legion on training maneuvers on BIS intercepted. Has proved remarkably disruptive. This leads me to the performance of the newly arrived platoon of light infantry, the Scout Troopers. While certainly well equipped and just as effective as reports suggested, the Scout Trooper platoon has encountered resistance when fitting in with the rest of the Legion. The friction is almost entirely on the side of the scouts, who seem to have made a sport of being as difficult and as offensive as possible to anyone of equal or lesser rank. The sound of the speeder bikes is frequently heard tearing through the barracks at all hours of the night. I believe with the express purpose of disrupting the other troopers' sleep. Well, this...
Because they're offensive as fuck like motorcycle cops.
While the scouts show extreme camaraderie with each other, they frequently refuse to acknowledge the other enlisted men. By and large, the entire platoon seems to be composed of egotistical, unpleasant braggarts. My suggestion would be to keep them separate from the general armed forces, or it will only be a matter of time before the other men tear them limb from limb. By the way, these guys, fucking snipers. They're bitches to deal with.
Yeah, of course. Don't they ride around on the scooters also?
Not in this game.
Yeah, I know, but usually they are. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be like annoying ass bike cops in this universe.
You want to take Baron Tarko, or should I?
Yeah, I'll take Baron Tarko. Okay. The Tarko Sea Arena dedication speech excerpt. I would like to say a few words about the unpleasantness of the last few weeks. No doubt, cynically timed to conflict with this dedication ceremony. I know that many of you have legitimate grievances with both myself and the Empire. Yeah, the Empire. The Emperor was cool too. On handling of the dedication.
On a handling of the delicate transition from independent
the delicate
world.
transition, from independent world to imperial protectorate. Yeah, protectorate.
Protectorate.
The fuck's that?
Would you like me to take the rest of it?
No, it's okay. And I want you to know that we are endeavoring to make your new imperial status as comfortable as possible. However, insurrection will not be tolerated in any fashion. I cannot make myself any more clear than this. The instigators responsible for this soon have their day in the sun, so to speak. You can see them later this afternoon as they will participate in the opening games opposite a full-grown female rancor as their weapon is sedation.
As their weapons in
sedation. Their voices, so too shall it be in the arena.
Here, you can fight with your voice. ATMP, all-terrain missile platform. Final transmission from Alliance.
Watch them fight the Rancor.
Final transmission from Alliance Major Limnix from the Battle of Corridai. Those things! Looks like one of those Imperial ATSDs birthed a stunted litter. Tell me again why I'm supposed to be concerned. No, wait! What in the name? I'm gonna take the name.
Rips them up with machine guns.
Transmission between Baron Tarko and Imperial Fleet Command before the fall and renaming of Tarko Say. There was a time in the Clone Wars where the Neimoidians were feared. It seems you still labor under the belief that this is still the case. Without the droid army, they are nothing. Would you like to take bets on how long they held out before they surrender? They are no match for droidicas! They're still coming through!
Oh god. The infinite
Nebstar Casino.
Nebstar? Oh, you get to go to a casino in this one?
You just blow it up.
Oh.
Official reprimand from Eastern Arch Platoon Leader
This should be fun.
Tonero. TK-934. You know the Infinite Nebstar Casino and Hotel is absolutely off limits to the rank and file. Several stormtroopers in your unit were caught falsifying their ranks, accessing Imperial credit accounts, and making illegal wagers on several arena events. One extremely intoxicated enlisted trooper attempted to eat 50 spiced Minok wings from the buffet. The mess he made of the dropship interior
was devastating.
The mess he made of the dropship interior has kept it out of commission for several days. No one can stand the smell!
Is this guy the fucking Imperial Porkins?
Yes. So far, we have prevented the Baron from learning of these infractions. But consider this your last warning. If it happens again, you will be facing an immediate demotion.
The Emperor's gonna find out and choke your ass. to death.
Tarkose.
Oh,
Transcribe security holologs from. Oh, you can take this one.
Okay, I'll take it.
It's a drunk guy rambling.
Oh, cool. Tarkiko say. Okay. Transcribe security security holologs from the Imperial Investigator of Ada Meborman?
Meborman.
Smuggler.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the big score we've been waiting for, old buddy. I met this Nemoidian in a drinking hole on Tatooine. Claimed to be related to Med Valili. I looked up this Valili. Seems he was pretty big back in the day. Made money, lots of money. Well, this relation's got me talking, see?
Well, this relation got to talking, see?
Yeah, this
Said
relation.
Vali hid his money in the city on Kato and Nemoidia.
Look at it. Yeah, look at it. Called Tarkose. Tarkose. Is it yeah, it's Tarkose. Now Empire run, but not always. Seems these Nemoidians used this planet to stash their wealth. Called it a purse world. Most of them built vaults deep underground. Ransacked now, of course, but some were a bit clever about it. If you really want to hide something, if you really want to hide something, you hide it where no one will look for it, which means you hide it where everyone can see it. Now, that's what this Valili did. The city you're looking at, that's where his money is. He invested it in there. But forget about real estate or construction. See that arch?
Nope, there's no arch.
Yeah, see that arch? Looks like normal old money. Whoa.
Ah!
It was like normal old money. Lots of... Whoa. You're going... Okay. Yeah. It was like normal old money.
Duracrete.
Well, that's just the top layer. The rest of it, that's pure gold, old buddy. 3 miles of solid gold.
I disagree. The Gorog! Or as I like to call him, standard boss fight number 47.
That's an ugly motherfucker.
You know what I mean when I say standard boss fight number 47? Massive thing you see from the waist up while you're standing on the platform and he punches the thing and you have to hit his hands.
So Devil May Cry.
Yeah. From the religious text Yorgalok of the Riago tribesmen, the Creator made all things, for it alone, stop that, could create. And when it tired of the multitude of its creations, great and small, it began to dream of a creature greater than itself. And so the first Gorog was born. And he opened his eyes, and he opened his hands, and he took up the Creator, and, blotting out the stars and the suns, with his heavy presence he crushed the Creator with one tremor of his mighty fist. With the very spine of creation broken, in its first moments of life, the Gorn began to scour the land, to feed. Know this, the Creator's final lesson, the Gorog is the end of all things. Only those that hide in his shadow will survive. So, the Gorog's basically the answer to, could God make a rock so big even God couldn't lift it?
Yep.
The answer is the Gorog, apparently.
Well, he looks like a big ugly motherfucker. I wouldn't want to create something like that.
Take the coda entry.
Okay. Medical examiners report following the general's captivity on Kato Nemoidia. General Kota was in dire condition upon his arrival in medical basics. Our initial examinations reveal the following injuries. 17 fractured bones, 4 class 2 lacerations. 14 class 2 lacerations, 6 class 3 lacerations, 2 class 4 lacerations, moderate abdominal hemorrhaging, severe concussion, 5 missing teeth. Oh my god, I'm guessing you got to him?
No. Well, we got to him in the first game.
You got the shit fucked out of him?
He was fighting the arena for months.
Yeah, okay.
3 days
treatment, yeah. Treatment for all of his injuries was hastily administered. While the general is expected, the general, sir, general is expected to make a full recovery. I suspect he was never in any real danger. He seems cognizant and fully in control of his faculties during every procedure. Deep tissue scans indicate multiple previous severe injuries with no evidence of any prior medical intervention. While I don't purport to have any understanding of the so-called force, it remains my only explanation for the general's astonishing resilience. We got the shipping
The Tarkosay Arena. The Tarkosay Stadium announcement. First days of the General Coach's captivity. And first out is the ferocious Great Dragon captured from the desert world of Tatooine. What spirit this beast has! Each snarl and snap of its slavering jaws is greeted from the balconies with rapturous applause. The Great Dragons, ladies and gentlemen, place your bets. And of its foe, what fresh meat have we prepared for the killing today? Well, there can be few as worthy of facing such a beast as Ram Kota, General of the Clone Wars. A Jedi? Allegedly. A terrorist? Naturally. A meal? Eventually. But a hero? We shall see. Ram Kota, place your bets.
Who won?
I'm going to take this one too.
Okay.
The Rogue Shadow. TIE Fighter Squadron Chatter. Intercepted. Wraith Leader, you are clear to start your attack run. We detect no defensive emplacements on scanners. This should be easy. Was that some kind of ship, attack ship, out of nowhere? Wraith Squadron, what's going on down there? We're starting to lose comms. This is Wraith 6. Wraith Leader was just blown out of the sky. We're being ambushed. Break! I'm hit! Wraith 6.
Bang! Fuck, I'm dead!
Wraith 6, what is it? What's attacking you? It's right on top of us! Look out! Wraith Squadron, report! This is command! Is anyone alive down there? Report! We're, Galen chimes in. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
God damn it. Dagobah! Last transmission. Okay, I'm gonna take this?
Yep.
Okay. The last transmission of the Freighter Golden Mean. Freighter Golden Mean! Yeah. Unscheduled stop in the Dagobah system.
There you will learn from Yoda.
Simply to collect some extra water ice from a rocky little moon in the outer orbits. Oh, that sounds quaint. And it was just there. I know our archives might be out of date, but a breathable, livable world that is not on any of our charts. And it's just a little too strange. We checked the star charts by hand. This is the Dagobah system, but it's not supposed to have any habitable planets. But there's no point in arguing with the fact that, with the facts. It's teeming with life too. The whole world is just a hothouse, overgrown and completely uninhabitable.
Uninhabited.
Uninhabited? Yeah. Okay. Uninhabited by any sapient life. We're taking the shuttle down to the ground to take a look. But can you imagine Dak? Dak?
Yeah.
Who's Dak?
Can you imagine Dak? He's a guy called Dak. He's talking to Dak.
Okay. What kind of money we can make off this? I can't imagine in this day and age how anyone loses an entire planet.
Lost a planet? General Kenobi has. How embarrassing.
I just seem to have misplaced. Anyway, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Golden Mean over and out. Golden Mean! That's a sick name, though. The fuck you saying?
I'm gonna take Boba. Boba Fett. Imperial Judicial Fleet transmission intercepted. Despite our best efforts, our witnesses in the upcoming trial of suspected gangster Wolga the Hutt has vanished without a trace.
Wolga the Hutt?
Yeah.
Is that like Bobo's No,
It's just a hut. It's another hut.
Oh, okay.
Brio Tibet was sequestered in a heavily fortified apartment block at the heart of Imperial Coruscant, and yet sometime in the past day, an assassin breached the security barrier. How he did this, we don't yet know, and made his way into Tibet's suite, and either abducted or disintegrated him outright. A small amount of carbon scoring on the premises suggests the latter. Our best guess is that the perpetrator is the bounty hunter known as Boba Fett. But we have no physical evidence. The security holos are all blank for the time frame of the attack, and no other evidence of a break-in is left. As such, our only clue is that Fett was a sizable transfer of credit. Our only clue that Fett was a sizable transfer of credits to him from an encrypted source on Nal Hutta on the day following the attack. Private note: this guy is good, Tarkin. Really good. His talents are wasted in the underworld. He could be useful to us. If we can't get him to stop with his, if we can get him to stop with his whole disintegration tactic. So with the underworld, and because Star Wars is owned by Disney now, are you telling me that Boba Fett's going to be in Hades' underworld arena?
Hey, look at me.
Fight alongside Oron?
Sure.
You take the Mynak.
The Mynox?
Mynox.
Oh, this is fucking just rats with wings. The fucking old mouth
Chewing
bats.
on the power cables.
Oh, of course. Maintenance logs of Corp Jan Starkos. Yeah. Everyone, please read this. Means
This
you.
means you until he's.
Yeah, this means you until he is. I know one of you is taking the old T-16 out for nightly joyrides, and furthermore, I know you've been taking her down to Agari's
shipyard township.
Agari's shipyard township. Despite all of my warnings to the contrary. Look, I'm not trying to be your enemy. I'm really not. But the shipyard docking bay is infested with Minox. And guess what? So is the old T-16 now. There isn't a foot of power cabling on the old bird that doesn't have the little devil's filthy little toothprints. The filthy toothprints on it. And who's getting it cleaned up?
And who gets it cleaned up?
Yeah,
Old Jan.
Old Jan. That's right. It's not fair. Please steer clear of the shipyard. You lie down with Kwati. You're going to wake up with Minox every time.
Yoda! From the Bounty Hunter's Dispatch. The bounty on the fugitive Jedi Yoda has been raised a further 3,000 credits by command of the Emperor himself.
This old man's wanted, dog!
Look how tired Yoda looks.
Yeah, he's like, fucking done.
In this game. Understand why I'm in this game. I do not.
Tired of running from
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing I end up doing.
Kill myself, I will.
Just here to sell copies of game I am. But Emperor himself. As a reminder, this bounty is valid for a living subject only.
Fight main character, I will.
To prevent further fraud and larceny, the Empire has instituted a non-negotiable penalty of death for any attempt to defraud when it comes to bounty retrieval. Please take note from Uruk Kariv's unfortunate fate. I assure you, the Empire is quite capable of discovering the difference between a living Jedi of advanced age and a dead Jawa stripped of his clothing and surgically modified. The smell is a dead giveaway.
The
Tarawaka.
Oh,
Imperial Medical Officer's Field Journal excerpt. The prototype, so-called Terror Walker, lived up to its name today in a disastrous test run. This monstrous droid Lord Vader has created can be used for only one purpose: invasion. No.
Inspire absolute horror in its victims.
Latest count puts the death toll at 46. I've just finished several hours of emergency surgeries for the injured. If this is any indication of the kind of work I'll be doing here on Kamino, I don't know how long I'll be able to stand it. I actually feel sorry for the poor rebel fools this thing is unleashed upon. It was an easy-ass fight, by the way. So I'm going to read, you make any wise-ass comments you like, okay?
Okay.
Because I seem better at reading, and you seem better at wise-ass comments.
Well, that's naturally our normal
Proxy!
interaction.
Yay!
Oh, this thing. I remember.
Alliance Chief Droid Specialist, maintenance log. The Holodroid Proxy arrived for maintenance today. We upgraded the circuits and all of his main holo projectors and repulsor emitters. So we didn't fix his arm or eye.
Yeah, because he's fucking Proxy. He's not supposed to have himself entirely repaired. He's supposed to be disheveled.
As we are under strict orders from Commander Eclipse to provide only the most basic repairs, I was unable to get a closer look at how this extraordinary and potentially dangerous droid is put together. I still have no idea who created Proxy and how exactly he operates so many advanced features.
He's the midget from Twin Peaks.
That gum you like is coming back in style. Nothing in the standard maintenance scans reveals how Proxy is able to mimic biological life forms with such believable effectiveness. And I've never seen such combat ability in a droid before. I've never seen such loyalty from a droid before. I question the wisdom of allowing this droid to access to sensitive areas of the ship. It is my official recommendation that Proxy be kept locked down in a secure location and thoroughly examined. Juno, the character we're supposed to care about, but can't. Captain Eclipse.
The one that got pregnant in that movie.
Did she? Oh, right, the movie I haven't been able to watch the whole way through because I do not care.
Whoa.
Captain Eclipse to the crew of the Salvation on its inauguration. Thank you, Senator Mothma. Soldiers of the Rebellion, look around you. Look to your fellows and remember their faces as they will remember yours. For today, here and now, at the beginning, you become something special. You become part of the Salvation. She looks nothing like she did in the first game. There she is. The Salvation may not be the biggest ship in the galaxy. We may not bear the most guns. We may not carry the most starfighters.
Terminator Salvation may not have been the best movie, but daggone it was okay.
But we do carry one weapon that will lead us to victory. We carry faith. Heart! Faith in ourselves, faith in each other, and faith in the righteousness of our struggle against
heart.
Against faith, the Emperor has no weapon, except for lightning. Now, I know that's... He doesn't do that, that's Vader.
Yeah.
Now I know that some of you have misgivings about me as a leader. Juno Eclipse, commissioned as an Imperial officer, commander of the Black 5 Squadron, I cannot deny these things, nor would I. I have done the very things that stirs your hearts towards vengeance. I have committed the very atrocities that I now ask you to risk your lives to avenge. I ask this because of these things. I stood at the brink of an abyss, and it was only through salvation that I was rescued. Soldiers of the Rebellion, soldiers of the Salvation, this is the beginning. Remember this moment.
Rockman of Fantastic Four.
Big superhero in Russia. Rebel soldiers, General Ram Kotad, command dispatch.
How many more are there?
A lot.
Oh, fuck.
The new batch of troopers arrived today, the 22nd Infantry Division, fresh from our hidden training base in the Outer Rim. None of these boys has seen combat, but that will change soon enough. I sense fear in their hearts, but they also carry vengeance and hatred for the Empire. I'll use this. I can't afford not to. Outnumbered 10 to 1 in the field, these boys probably won't survive more than a few months. They'll need more than just an inspirational speech and a just cause to be effective fighters.
They need decent fucking weapons.
Terra Trooper!
Oh god, now he's just outright making fucking nightmare machines, right?
Transmission from suspected privateer vessel Bandlight intercepted. We found a derelict Etty class drifting near Ord Mantell.
Would you like Band or Band Light?
Initially, we thought we were lucky. After the mess with the last job seemed like a fresh piece of floating booty was just what the galaxy owed us. Yeah, laugh it up. Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Hey, who shot that out of the ejection?
Turned out and floated away with the rest of the garbage.
Where's the escape pod?
Turned out it wasn't lucky at all. Nix, my second, got himself on the wrong side of an airlock. Vacuum did a real good job on him.
Hey, Benny, guess who's on the wrong side of the airlock?
Wasn't much left when we got him aboard. Dumb way to go for an experienced fringer. Don't know what a fringer. He still doesn't make sense. It was even worse for Red. A corridor collapsed near life support, and a length of pipe impaled into a wall.
Oh, God!
Bennett let off some steam. Doesn't explain why he was eviscerated, but accidents happen. Then there was Penn.
There's rarely ever an explanation for someone being straight up eviscerated.
He was checking out a ventilation shaft near the galley. I've heard of smugglers stashing stuff there, where the freezers mess up scanners. He was beheaded, messily too. Well, they must have just lodged up high and fallen, and that was it.
By one of these fuckers?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I pulled everyone off that ship. And if all wasn't bad enough, now our ship has developed problems. Doors open when no one's there, lights blink off. I hope we didn't catch a computer virus off that dead ship. They're basically, they can cloak, and they're very vicious murderers.
So they're ninjas.
They're the Predator.
Oh, fuck.
Terror Biodroid, or as I like to call it, Giant Grievous. Because look at that face.
Yeah.
Salvation maintenance logs, excerpt. Something terrible is happening on board.
None of these things are good.
Some kind of huge combat droid has infiltrated the ship. It's carving through the walls.
Yeah, 209.
Killing everyone. Just knock him over.
Yeah.
Killing everyone in its path with these huge spiked arms. Whatever this thing is, it's not taking prisoners.
It's a fucking bionicle.
Yeah, I witnessed. It's the Makuta. I witnessed it slaughter an entire platoon from my hiding place in this maintenance hatch.
Oh, good, you found a hiding place.
I feel like a coward not helping, but I'm not. I feel like a coward not helping, but I'm not stupid.
Do you see this fucking thing?
I'm no soldier.
So I'll murder your
After
family.
this is over, I'm done. I've got to get out of here.
Good. Transfer to Coruscant.
I don't know what I was thinking joining this doomed rebellion. I'm going to sneak off the Salvation when we're back in port for supplies.
I'm gonna TM that.
Terror Spider Droid.
Transfer to Coruscant.
Collected transmission from the Salvation prior to her loss. Hey, is this a maintenance droid? So I don't think I've ever. Oh, get it off me! No, it's on me! Someone help! I can't. All units, please. All units, please be advised. We have a hostile droid presence aboard the ship. It's got me! Someone shoot it quick! Why is it flashing?
Do they explode?
I don't know. I never let them.
I hope they do.
I never let them get that far.
They look like the type of thing that would explode.
The Salvation. Mon Mothma, the inauguration of the Rebel flagship Salvation. We launched this ship at an auspicious time in history. A time of sorrow, a time of fear, a time of darkness. But these things must pass. After sorrow we will love again. From our fear springs courage, and no darkness can last forever. What can one ship do, you may ask?
Oh. That's okay, there's not really much sound anyway.
True. What can one ship do, you may ask? What can one cruiser do against the 10,000 ships of the Imperial Starfleet?
What's one cruiser gonna do, huh?
It can bring hope. Because even in the darkest place, a single light can shine brightly and shadows flee before it. So long as we stand, and we fight, and we never surrender, so long as we shine bright, victory will ultimately be ours.
We will love again.
I bestow upon this ship the name of Salvation. May she bring us ours.
Yay.
Many Boffins died to bring us this information. Saber Guard. Yeah, they're exactly what you think. They all use lightsabers.
Of course they do.
Operations update, Tamira City cloning facility. The arrival of a large shipment of crystals has allowed us to replace the training...
I thought it was going to be a large shipment of saber guards showed up today.
A large shipment of crystals has allowed us to replace the training weapons of the subject in the guard program with actual lightsabers. This will necessitate the following. The Engineering Corps is therefore requested to attend one of 3 mandatory training sessions on the construction and maintenance of the devices. Yes?
You just got them all sitting on the floor of this truck? Really? In the dark?
For the medical staff, we request that you familiarize yourself with the cauterization and standard saber wound treatments. For all personnel not associated with the guard program or the engineering corps, the devices are declared off limits. Basically, if you're not properly trained, you're not allowed to play with the goddamn lightsabers.
Exactly. Don't touch them, you fucking idiots.
Incinerator War Droid. From the collected interviews of Captain Kamer Su, defector for the Empire. It was classic Imperial hubris.
It sets fire to shit!
We have an advanced war droid designed for the dispersal of freezing carbonite, and some stuff's sure General decides, hey, let's modify it.
It's gonna melt your balls!
Let's modify it to use an incinerator weapon. So they spent 2 years trying to force a heat weapon onto a chassis designed fundamentally to withstand carbonite freezing. That project
2 years! 2 years of get the fuck on this robot.
The project still holds the record for most industrial accidents and most casualties. But in the end, the results speak for themselves. Whole populations turn to ash.
Flamin' Warfare robot.
Fusion accelerator cannon. It's
That's
a big
cool.
gun.
Yeah. It's a fucking real gun.
Last recording of weapons tech, Chief Yan Dom-Guez, salvaged from the ruins of Bia weapons testing facility. Now, if we were to reroute the primary power couplings of this beauty to the and through the inverse feedback proton chain, then tune the hydro facilitator to provide tertiary cooling to encasing the magnetron accelerator, and a warped electron plasma core. We should see some serious.
Some serious.
No, see some.
Sure that last part
See
was,
some serious beep. When this baby reaches 88 miles.
Shit.
When this baby reaches 88 miles an hour, you need some serious shit. Tamira cloning city again.
It shoots out like big steaming fucking DeLoreans at people.
It shoots a big screen stupid.
No one's gonna
I
understand that.
don't care. Imperial enlisted trooper personnel correspondence intercepted. First day in Camino and I'm already swimming in my armor. Commander Cody has ordered all the new recruits stationed to trench duty. What a mindless assignment. There's nothing up here. No threat. Nothing to guard. Just water and lightning. And water,
Just water and lightning.
As if the troop morale wasn't low enough already. This place is making all of us crazy. And then I showed up with my lightsabers.
I don't know why the fuck they have us guarding this place, but oh fuck.
Aberrant clones. Lead cloning technicians. Lead cloning technicians log Tamira City Clone Facility. Entry 35.
Kill me.
Another complete failure. While the subject's base genetic code remains intact, the physical expressions have been unsettling.
It's the Ripley codes.
They're like, let's just say CGI Tarkin from Rogue One. Base genetic code remains intact. The contents of the last tank we drained emitted a piercing howl despite a total lack of any visible mouth. If only we could get a closer look at the original subject. I have no mouth, but I must scream. Entry 42.
I have no mouth and I'm a fucking nightmare.
Well, now almost human in appearance.
Almost.
The mental
close.
instability that expresses itself instantly shows that we seem as far as ever from a true clone. I've never been on a project with so difficult a subject. It's as if the original subject simply refuses to be copied.
I want them to jump like fucking Chinese zombies.
Entry 50. A single test subject seems to be showing remarkable stability and progress, as well as two relatively stable breeds of greatly modified clones.
Oh, very good.
We are still left with hundreds upon hundreds of abject killers. While they no longer try to kill anything that comes near them, they are nearly insensible. That hideous, meaningless gibbering that comes from their cells at all hours will haunt me for some time, I have no doubt. The Dark Apprentice.
Oh, that's cool.
Lead cloning technician's log, Tamira City Cloning Facility. Entry 51. There is no doubt. This is the one. Stable where the others fail. Perfectly in control. I can hardly contain myself. It seems I may after all be allowed to return to my family. I look on him as a sort of salvation. I'm not the only one. He has attracted significant attention. Entry 62.
He's like, you're my favorite.
Staggering progress. His psychological profile shows not only that he has absorbed the memory flashes, but that he is actually compartmentalizing and forming new memories that can hold the imprints as separate from his own experience. At the request of Lord Vader himself, I'm preparing the formal report for the successful completion. Entry 67. There's to be a formal celebration. Now that my report has been finished and the project formally declared a success, I'm writing this as fast as I can, as the gentlemen who are here to pack my personal belongings are in a hurry to ship my effects home, and wish this journal to go with them. I've never been so much on parties, but I will smile and accept the accolades, all the while knowing that a transport shuttle home will be arriving before the day is out. Document found in the garbage processing facilities on Camino Station X after the Battle of Camino.
They did not let me.
And it's our fault. By the way, I'm gonna let Gio say goodbye now, but this video isn't over because there's one more entry I have to unlock.
Okay.
Which I'll put when Gio's done saying.
Oh, that's the light side one?
Yeah, but I haven't unlocked that yet, so we'll be back with that. Gio sadly won't be here.
It's okay, guys.
So he's been Gio.
I'll be here in spirit, like the ghost of fucking
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
that we killed with lightning.
That was.
Yes, it was. So
I'll be here in spirit.
Don't know what I'm let's playing next time, but it's probably going to be stupid. So I'll see you then. Bye. And here we have the final date entry for the one for good ending, Princess Leia. Princess Leia, letter to Senator Bail Organa. To the most respected Senator Organa, it is with the deepest regret that I must return to your 30,000 return to you your 30,000 credit bond and your princess. Our institution has existed for several thousand years. It prides itself on molding young girls from Alderon's finest families into young women whose behavior and decorum is the pride of those families. However, we believe the Princess Leia is incapable of conforming to our standards. This is the unanimous decision of the Board of Directors and was arrived at due to 3 separate infractions. A. Princess Leia let a sit in rebellion of students during breakfast when they were served bottled juice instead of freshly squeezed. B. The princess reprogrammed the PA system to play the Anthem of the Republic in direct violation of Imperial Edict 2.33b during assembly. C. Princess sliced a secure mainframe and swapped every reference Emperor Palpatine with Emperor... Well, let's just say it was a word 7-year-old princesses should not know. Yours, with respect, Madame Nestor, Governess Crevasse City Collegium for Young Ladies. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher, by the way. This has been The Force Unleashed. May the Force be with you. Testing, 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 testing.